You've probably heard this all your life. Save your money and one day you'll be rich. Your parents said it. Your teachers said it. Society repeats it like an unshakable truth. But if saving alone made people rich, why are millions who've been saving for decades still living paycheck to paycheck? Why do some who take risks seem to grow wealthier every year, while others stay stuck despite saving faithfully? Here's the truth. Saving alone will never make you rich. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you can start building real wealth. Not just a bigger savings account. We're taught that saving equals safety, that the more money we keep in the bank, the safer we are. But safety can be a trap. Saving feels responsible, predictable, comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. And when it comes to money, just like in life, comfort keeps you standing still while the world moves forward. The cruel joke is that the money you save today loses value every year. Inflation eats it quietly, dollar by dollar. You don't see it happening, but it is. You save $10,000 today, and next year that same money buys only what $9,600 could buy now. The number in your account stays the same, but its power shrinks. That's the silent theft of inflation. Your money is losing while you sleep. Saving is essential. It protects you in emergencies and provides peace of mind. But saving was never designed to make you rich. It helps you survive, not thrive. Think of it this way. Saving is learning to swim. It keeps you from drowning. Investing is learning to surf. It helps you move forward. Wealth isn't built by how much money you keep, but by how effectively your money works. Because money that just sits still is unemployed, and unemployed money doesn't grow. Money was meant to circulate, to multiply. That's why the rich don't just save, they invest. Rich people don't see money as something to hoard. They see it as a tool, a seed to plant. When they earn money, they don't ask, "How can I keep this safe?" They ask, "How can I make this grow?" They invest in assets, stocks that pay dividends, real estate that appreciates, businesses that earn while they sleep, and knowledge that multiplies their earning power. Every dollar has two choices: sit and decay, or work and multiply. And that's the difference between the rich and everyone else. The rich don't work for money, their money works for them. Inflation is the invisible tax that steals your future. No one sends you a bill, but it takes from you every year. When prices rise, food, rent, gas, but your savings stay the same, your money loses power. Inflation punishes those who stand still. And ironically, the most careful savers are often hurt most, because their money earns near zero interest while prices soar. The wealthy rely on assets that outpace inflation, not savings accounts. Inflation is a treadmill that speeds up every year. If you're only saving, you're running in place, maybe even moving backward. So if saving isn't enough, why do most people cling to it? One word: fear. Fear of risk. Fear of losing. Fear of being wrong. We're taught that risk is dangerous, that safety is smart. But the biggest risk is avoiding risk altogether. When you refuse financial risk, you guarantee financial stagnation. A seed never grows if it stays in the packet. It must be buried in the dark before it can sprout. Money is the same. It must be planted into an idea, an asset, or a business to grow. Yes, there's risk, but the greater risk is doing nothing. Because while you protect your money, inflation quietly destroys it. Time is the most powerful multiplier, even more powerful than money. They live by a simple formula. Money times time times discipline equals freedom. Most people focus on money. The rich focus on time and discipline, because that's where compounding works its magic. One mindset separates the wealthy from everyone else: ownership. Poor and middle-class people work for money. The rich build things money works for. Every dollar can be consumed or converted into ownership. Ownership is how wealth compounds silently. If you don't own, you're being owned by rent, debt, and the system. So ask yourself, am I consuming or am I owning? That one question can change your future. To escape the saving trap, build a small safety net, 3 to 6 months of expenses. Start investing early, even small. You don't need thousands. Start with $5, $10, or $50 a week. Invest in what you understand. Avoid hype. Focus on real value index funds, ETFs, or your own business. Be patient. Think in decades, not days. Keep learning, because the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Once you understand how money truly works, you'll never see saving the same way again. Wealth has less to do with income and everything to do with how you think about money. The poor see money as something to spend. The middle class sees money as something to save. The rich see money as something to grow. When you think like a saver, you ask, how can I keep what I have? When you think like an investor, you ask, how can what I have create more? One mindset is defensive. The other is creative. Wealth is built through creation, not conservation. Most people live in scarcity, believing money is limited, opportunities are rare, and losing is fatal. So they cling tightly to what they have. But scarcity keeps you small. You never invest, never try, never grow. The rich operate from abundance. They know money flows. It's not fixed, it's dynamic. They trust their ability to create more. They take risks, they build, and because they're willing to lose, they win more often. Abundance isn't carelessness, it's confidence. Faith in your ability to grow, adapt, and rebuild no matter what. Being rich isn't just about money. You can have a big house and still feel trapped. You can have a high paycheck and still live in fear of losing it all. That's not wealth. That's financial anxiety disguised as success. True wealth is freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to work because you want to, not because you have to. Freedom to say no to what doesn't serve you. Money is just the tool that buys that freedom. When you stop chasing money and start using it to buy time and options, everything changes. The most powerful investment is you, your skills, your mindset, your ability to create value. The more valuable you become, the more valuable your time becomes, and the faster your wealth compounds. The greats Buffett, Musk, Jobs didn't just invest in companies. They invested in learning, building, failing, and improving. They didn't chase money, they chased mastery. Money followed naturally. So, before you ask where to invest, start with who you're becoming. Learn. Read. Surround yourself with people who think bigger. Build skills that compound over time. Communication, creativity, problem solving. Because when you know how to create value, you'll never fear losing money. You'll always know how to make it back. That's real security. That's real wealth. Saving protects you from the past. Investing prepares you for the future. Freedom isn't about having the most money. It's about having the most choices. Every dollar you invest, every book you read, every small risk you take is a brick in the foundation of your freedom. Don't let your money sit idle. Every day it does nothing, your future shrinks. Save to survive. Invest to thrive. Grow to be free. The goal isn't to die with the most money. It's to live with the most options. Saving gives you stability. Investing gives you possibility. And life is meant to be lived in possibility. Don't let fear trick you into playing it safe. Because safe can be the most dangerous place of all, where dreams die and potential stays buried. Start small. Start now. Let your money move, work, and grow. Because at the end of the day, wealth doesn't come from saving, it comes from creating. And the first thing you must create is the belief that you can. If this message opened your eyes, don't stop here. Take action. Invest in yourself, in your growth, in your future. Because the world doesn't need more people who just save money. It needs more people who know how to make it grow and use it to build a life worth living. Saving keeps you safe. Investing sets you free. And freedom, that's the real definition of rich.